Good morning, guys. How are you? I know I haven't been on in a few weeks, and I apologize for that. Life is, life as it does for us all. So I'm driving right now. Just got done dropping Talia off at a summer camp program, but I just want to jump on. Like I was just sitting here, just crying this morning, and just thinking, reflecting. You know how you could just don't. Sometimes driving just causes me to reflect on things. Just I'm looking around at the beautiful trees and looking around at the beautiful scenery, and I just start like reflecting on things. And I did a video, a short, where I did what I would tell my 17-year-old self. I want to do a video right now of what I would tell my 15-year-old self. What would I tell myself? Let me do it in two parts. What would I tell myself as Talia is entering into middle school? She is going to the 6th grade. So when I was coming up, they did K through 6th grade. And then I went to junior high, and that was just 7th and 8th grade. And then high school was 9th through 12th grade. So they're doing things so differently now, where elementary is K through 5 through 5th grade, and then 6th, 7th, and 8th grade is junior high, and then 9th through 12th grade is high school. So anyway, she graduated and she's going to 6th grade, so she's going to middle school. And then as I thought about middle school, how difficult it was for my daughter Jasmine, Talia's mom, and then I thought about some of the things that I went through with Talia's mom when she was in middle school, that transition from 5th grade to middle school. And then as I thought about my freshman year entering high school, I just started to think about some things and reflect on some things. And so tears started just rolling down my face. And I'm just like, what would I tell myself entering middle school? What would I tell myself entering my freshman year of high school? And what I would tell myself is that they're both new phases. They're both a transition. And just embrace change. Be adaptable. That's what I would tell, my younger self entering middle school or entering my freshman year. Be yourself. Don't try to... It's so easy, and I think we forget as parents that peer pressure is so real. And peer pressure, trying to make first impressions, meeting people for the first time, and I don't think that we realize the heaviness of it as parents. Because, for instance, I'll give you an example. There was a young girl at the Y Club that got in trouble last week, and I was overhearing a conversation that the staffers were having with her mom. She put up a middle finger at another group of girls, and her mom was just really so upset. Like, I don't play that, and my mom don't play that, and if you can't get in touch with me, you can call my mom, because she'll come with the quickness, and she don't play that. And the little girl was crying, and as she was talking to her, and she was like, I don't want to see no tears, and you know better than that, and I don't want to see no tears. And she was just scolding her outside, and she was threatening to hit her if she said one more thing and all of this. And I was like, why do we do that? Why do we do this? Like, why do we handle things the way that we handle things versus how another race would handle things? I can't say that I wouldn't be upset, but what I can say is there are times that I've been really upset with Talia for some of the things that she's done, because I do know that she knows better. But then I started taking a look at what happened when I was younger versus now. And let me tell you the difference. We didn't have social media in my day, and it was still peer pressure, really bad peer pressure. I'm just going to give you a few examples. My daughter Jazz, when she went to middle school, and then when she went to high school, she said she was pressured to give up her virginity. She said, Mom, they really bullied me and tried to pressure me into, oh, you a virgin, like it was not cool, or like it was unpopular to be a virgin. And the pressure of it, you know, being talked about daily and poked fun of daily for being a virgin. She used to come home off the bus when I would get her off the bus, and she would just be crying and crying and crying. And this was like her freshman year of high school. And the peer pressure that she had in middle school as well. She learned a lot of things, not so good things, when she started middle school, when she got in middle school. One of the security guards at the middle school would tell me, your kid is a good kid, but she's hanging around the wrong crowd. She's hanging around the wrong people, and these wrong people are doing bad things, and that's influencing her. And so I say all that to say, when I listened to this mother fuss at her, she was like, tears rolling down this little girl's face, and I didn't hear her ask, like, what caused you to do this? What made you feel that, or what made you feel like inside that I needed to do this to someone, do this gesture towards someone? Were they doing something to you? Were you intimidated by them? Were they bullying you or doing something to you, and then you did this? Like we have to stop intimidating our children. We have to stop threatening them. We don't even take the time to ask the right questions, because some kids, maybe a child is feeling insecure. Maybe a child is feeling like they're being picked on. Maybe a child is just feeling bad inside about something, and this is their outward expression. Like, I'm just trying to figure out why we don't try to find out the root cause of stuff before we just, like, sometimes some parents are bullying their own kids. Like, kids are literally going to school and being bullied by other students, but then coming home and being bullied by their parents because the parent, you know, is so upset at the kid getting in trouble, but we're not asking the right questions. Like, what caused you to do this? What were you feeling inside when you did this? Is there something going on that I don't know about? Or is somebody picking on you? Or are you just feeling like, oh, you know, I want this group of people to like me, and I think they don't like me, so I'm going to do this because they don't like me? Like, find out. I mean, guys, we got to change. We got to stop doing things like mommy and them did, like grandma and them did, like auntie and them did. Like, come on now. Like, do you understand the heaviness of peer pressure? I don't think we do. Because I went through a lot of stuff with Talia last year when I told you guys that my baby was saying, Nana, can you eat lunch with me at school? Like, nobody wants me to sit at their table. So I'm eating lunch by myself because nobody wants me to sit with them. Like, that literally broke my heart. So I'm just saying, like, we don't know what kids are going through. If they're at day camp, if they're at school. Like, we got to start asking important questions and stop bullying your kids. Now, listen. I am imperfect. The reason why I can sit here and tell you this today is because I've handled things the wrong way. The reason why I can tell you this is because I didn't have nobody to pour life into me when I was in middle school, when I was in high school, when I was in elementary. The reason why I can say this to you is because I want to change. And we have to collectively, as an African American race, as even other races that may be struggling with parenting, we gotta change. There is cyberbullying where kids have killed themselves, guys. There is so much bullying at school that I've seen headline after headline where kids have hung themselves, killed themselves. Kids are cruel. There was a girl that got bullied so bad that she tried to kill herself, and now she's paralyzed. Now she has brain damage. Do you know the kids came up to the hospital? I don't know how they were allowed to go up to that hospital. You would have thought they went up there to because they felt bad for what they did, the bullying that they did. No, they went up there to make more fun of her. Like, I'm telling you, like, so then the kids are coming home, and the parents, you know, because the kid is acting out or whatever. Kids act out in various ways, guys. Kids act out in various ways. They act out in ways that maybe you wouldn't have acted out. Them act out in ways that maybe you might not understand as a means to deal with stress, whether that stress is at home or whether that stress is at school. But we got to stop just intimidating our kids because we don't know what else they're going through. Like, we got to stop this because kids need to be able to thrive in their own homes. They should be able to thrive. They should be able to be carefree and smile and laugh without intimidation from their parents. And listen, I'm not telling you this because I'm perfect. I'm not telling you this because I've done everything so right. I'm telling you this because I've handled things badly. I'm telling you this because I've handled things the wrong way. And I started to see, like, I started to watch all these headlines where kids were being bullied at school. I started watching all these headlines where kids were, like, parents be intimidating their kids on Facebook and stuff and on social media when they get in trouble and when they do stuff. And I'm like, okay, so you're going to embarrass them because they did something that you didn't feel that was right, instead of you trying to find out the root cause. And so you just embarrass them and chastise them on social media so they can further be embarrassed at school, so they can go to school and be ridiculed even more because you done sit up there and did this publicly on Facebook or whatever other platform. Like, that's crazy. That's traumatizing your own kid. And you don't know, your child could already be experiencing trauma for something they haven't told you that's happening at school. Like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, why we feel like we gotta do things the way that we are doing things. And again, I am not in judgment of anybody. Hold on, guys. Let me set the phone down so I can park this car. Give me a second. I think I'm gonna back in. Hold on. Let me back in. My heart breaks. As you know, I am all about advocating for youth. Hold on, guys. Let me park the car first. As this young girl, mama was threatening to hit her and do stuff to her as she... Hold on, guys. As this young girl was being threatened by her mom because of what she got in trouble for at camp, I was just like, you're threatening to hit her in the top of her head if she say one more thing, and what she's trying to do is explain to you why she did what she did. And like I said, I'm not in judgment of anybody, because I can only sit here and tell you that God is transforming me, that I'm under his construction and I've been under his development and construction, and I am wanting to change the way that I've done things. And I'm sitting here parent to parent and just advocating for our children, because I know that what my biological daughter went through was peer pressure, right? And she went through a lot as far as her skin color, because she's darker skinned and being made fun of by her own race, not by other races. And so I know that she went through a lot. She would come home crying a lot. I know how she was heavily influenced. And I'm just saying that just for me experiencing what I've experienced with my own daughter, just for me experiencing, I'm raising my granddaughter. She's been with me since birth. For those of you who are new, welcome to Faith Flavor and Home. Sorry I didn't say that at the beginning. My name is Yvonne. For those who are new, for the ones that have been rocking with me since day one, you are my day one since day one. I love you guys. I thank you for supporting me. I thank you for not turning away from my channel. I thank you for your support. I thank you for believing in me and sticking around with me so you can see what God does, how he transforms me, how he transforms my life. I am going through some things. I've been going through some things for this past year, a little over a year. And I'll talk about that more at a later time. My topic today is very near and dear to my heart, because I want to do youth workshops and I want to do parenting workshops, because it's the parent that needs help. It is we that need help, because we are doing things that were passed down to us. We're doing things that we've learned from our parents, our grandparents, our aunts, whoever raised us. And guess what? They might not have known or have the resources to do things the right way. For those of you that have had wonderful, wonderful parents, I'm not speaking to you. But for those of us who had parents that really were harsh with words, that were really tough, that were really did things in a way that was belittling, did things in a way that was probably borderline abusive, I'm talking to you. Like, you don't have to do things the way your mama and them did, the way your grandma and them did. You can choose to be different. We have a lot more resources now. And I'm just simply saying to you that it's time for us to do things that's different for the benefit of our child and our children. They should be able to thrive at home. If they've had a rough day at school, they should be able to come home and get encouragement and upliftment from their parents. Like, come on now. I'm just saying, guys, we got to start doing things differently. Please share this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'd love to hear your comments. I would love for you guys to communicate with me. I would love for you to share your experiences. See, based on my experiences with myself, like, I didn't have nobody to pour life into me. I've talked about this before. Had I had maybe a life coach after graduating high school, or a life coach in middle school to start talking to me about what do you want to do with your life? Where do you see yourself after high school? You're beautiful. You are enough. Had I had that type of stuff poured into me, I can tell you that it would have really made a substantial difference in my life. And because I didn't have that, to be honest with you, I needed a life coach or some type of mentoring or counseling way back when I was younger. When you don't have that in the home, you need an outside source to give you that. And so that's why I'm advocating for you, and I'm reaching out to you guys to just say, come on, let's try to do things better. Let's try to do things differently than how our parents did or whoever raised us did or whatever. I'm really advocating for youth because I am tired of us intimidating our children, bullying our own children, not considering, like, what are they going through inside. And so I just wanted to jump on here and say this morning. This is what I would tell myself as a parent, as a younger parent, as an older parent. It don't matter what the age. And these are some things that I would want this is the things also that I would tell my younger self entering middle school or entering your freshman year of high school. You are enough. You're beautiful. You don't have to try to be something that you're not to try to impress other people. There are going to be some people that like you, and there are going to be some people that don't. Don't worry about the ones that don't like you. Don't worry about them. Worry about and focus on the people that do like you. But most of all, you like you. I don't care if somebody don't like you, if somebody don't love you. You still got to love you. You got to love you, even if somebody else don't. You are enough. And that's what I would tell anybody that's entering middle school, or if I would tell this to my younger self, because I didn't have anybody in my life that poured those things into me. If you don't have somebody to pour it into you, you got to give it to yourself. You look in that mirror and you tell yourself you're beautiful. You look in that mirror and you tell yourself you are enough. You look in the mirror and you say to yourself, if they don't like me, that's their loss. That's what you say to yourself. If they don't like me, if they don't want me to hang with them, that's their loss. Make sure that you choose good friends. Don't choose friends that are into bad things, doing bad things. I watch a lot of First 48s. I watch a lot of crime shows, other crime shows as well. And if you hang with the wrong crowd and somebody has murdered somebody, even if you didn't know that they were going to go do that, if you hang with somebody that's robbing somebody or shoplifting or whatever, if you didn't do it, it don't matter. You're guilty by association. So what I would say to my younger self, and what I'm saying to you, if you're in middle school, if you're in high school, and if you're a parent, teach your children to hang around the right crowds of people. And this, like I said, this is so near and dear to my heart. I hope you guys will share this video. I hope you will like it. Again, if you're new here, my channel is Faith Flavor and Home. It's all about my faith. I am a youth advocate. I am trying to reinvent myself. I am trying to launch 2 businesses. I am going through a lot, but that's not going to keep me from pouring into you. It's not going to keep me from standing on my faith. I will have some upcoming videos talking about some things that I've done recently. Some things that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to move out of town, and I need a little bit of help right now. It's really difficult for me to ask for help because, and I know I switched subjects, guys, but I'm just trying to think of some other videos that I'm going to be uploading that's talking a little bit more about this. But I just want to say that I am the one who typically doesn't reach out to ask for help because I'm always the one that usually is the one that's helping other people, to be honest with you. I've given to GoFundMes. I have helped strangers that I didn't really know, but that were friends of friends. And I would do it all over again. I believe that God blesses us so that we can be a blessing to others. And so we're not supposed to keep the blessings to ourselves, guys. Anywho, I got off on a different tangent. My goal here was to speak to my younger self. To speak to any youth out there that's struggling, and to speak to parents, because we got to start doing things differently. I have made some mistakes. I've done some things the wrong way. I've handled things some things the wrong way. Sorry, switching subjects again. But I started to want to change. I started to see and really listen. If we take the time to really listen and hear our kids, then we will see the root cause of a lot of stuff. Talia came home recently. So I said that to say, guys, I'll have another video. Let me switch gears again. I have another video talking about some things that I'm going through and the reason why I'm asking for help. But I don't want to focus on that. My focus was about youth and about parents and how we handle things. So that's why I want to switch back to that. I started to want to change, and I started to want to do things differently. And I started to really hear what my child was saying as I'm raising my granddaughter. I started to see, like, okay, she's just wanting to be liked. She's wanting to fit in, and she's having a hard time fitting in. She came home from school a couple of times lately toward the end of the year. Nana, how do I know who my real friends are? How do I know that somebody is really my friend? And she was just coming home kind of upset about some things that she was going through. And I was like, Talia, if you really pay attention, people will show you who they are. Are they taking up for you? Do they stand up for you when others are bullying you, when others are mistreating you? Do they encourage and uplift you? Do they have your back? Are they kind to you? Because, you know, it's just like with a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. If somebody is really into you friendship wise, they're gonna want to hang out with you. They're gonna want to talk on the phone to you. They're gonna uplift you and encourage you. They're gonna stand up for you. That's a real friend. And so I told her, just pay attention. All you have to do is be observant, and people will show you who they are. So anyway, guys, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope that this helps someone. I hope that you will share this video, because it's important to me that it gets out to parents, that it gets out to youth. Even if you want to sit down and watch it with your youth, that would mean so much to me, because I want them to know that they're beautiful. I want them to know that they don't have to dress like everybody else. They don't have to be like everybody else. They can, instead of following trends, they can be a trendsetter. You set a new trend or a new style. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, teach them to love themselves, no matter if somebody hates them. That's something going on within that person. You don't know what that person got going on inside, or what they got going on at home. So when people are bullying and people are being so vicious and mean, like, it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder what they're going through. So the person that is experiencing that as a result of somebody else doing that to them, I want them to know that it's not you, it's them. Still continue to love you. That's all I have to say today. I love you guys. I thank you for supporting me. I thank you for still being here. I want to see this video go viral. I think this is an important video and an important message, and I want to see it go viral. So I pray that you will share it. I pray that you will like it. I pray that you will comment and let me know what your childhood experiences were. Have you Can you relate to what I'm talking about? Because that's important to me. So anywho, I will talk to you in the next video. I love you. If nobody has told you that they love you today, I do. But there's somebody who loves you even more than that, and his name is Jesus. He gave his life for you. So with that being said, I will see you in the next video. Peace.